If children could paint their own pictures of the world, how pretty their pictures would be, full of the bright yellows of joy, the sure blues of belonging, the gentle greens of trust. They would color the world happy, with their own small faces at the center, ringed soundly by the vibrant reds of love. But parents create the colors their children can use. And for far too many, the world is painted in the blacks and blues of their own small bodies and in the screaming reds of pain. Their youthful yellows grow dark with fear. Their hopeful hearts grow gray with despair. These are the children who come to Orangewood, Orange County's new home for dependent children. Beaten, abandoned, sexually molested, or simply without adequate adult care, these children arrive with a horribly limited view of life. Here, for perhaps the first time, they can add new colors to their world, the colors of love.
Well, here in Orange County, child abuse cuts across all economic lines, all socioeconomic groups, all religious groups, all ethnic groups. It reaches into all parts of our community, from the richest to the poorest. We see every kind of extreme situation in our shelter here, from babies who are addicted to heroin upon their birth, to children who have been seriously injured, skull fractures, broken bones, cigarette burns inflicted on children of all ages, severe neglect situations where what we call failure to thrive, where babies are literally starving or are left unsupervised for long periods of time, the latchkey child, parents who are arrested, and then, of course, more recently, a tremendous increase in sexually abused children.
When they come to Orangewood, these children are naturally angry, frightened, confused, alone. They need a refuge for a few days or a few months. They need reassurance about where they'll go next. And they need to know there are adults who care.
It's one of our greatest fears, is that these children will become insulated from relationships. Sometimes their conscience just doesn't develop, and they have no real standard of what's appropriate as far as their interaction with other people. And you have this vicious cycle that occurs, where these young children grow up to be abusive parents themselves.
But the dark cycle of child abuse is under attack in Orange County, where the citizens choose to paint their world caring. Guided by the visionary leadership of a board committed to the welfare of these children, private citizens and business and community groups join city and county governments to raise the $7.5 million needed to build this beautiful reality. In soothing blues and comforting shades of peach, the gentle colors of Orangewood give the children who come here a glimpse of a better, more normal life. Here the children go to school, receive counseling, and complete medical care. They do chores and are rewarded daily for good behavior, and they can take advantage of a wide range of recreational opportunities. From bears for babies to makeup for teens, there is something for children of every age.
The Orangewood shelter, because 80% of it has been paid for by the private sector, a statement was made at the very beginning that this should be the very best we have to offer children. Some people have felt that Orangewood is too nice, and have felt, how will these kids adjust to coming from a garage or from a less than desirable living circumstances into this very beautiful facility? And my reaction basically is, why shouldn't they? Why shouldn't they see that there's a better side of life?
I've seen children come in extremely frightened, extremely unhappy, and I've seen children come in extremely aggressive, antisocial, and I've seen gradual changes from total unhappiness to really being a part of a pleasant society. They had some stability. They had people that seemed to genuinely care. Unhappy children became happy.
We have a lot of kids who call back who said this is the best place that they've ever been. And that makes you feel sad sometimes, because it is an institution, and for a child to get so attached to an institution, it makes you feel sad, I think.
No matter how much we try to normalize a child's life and improve the quality of life for the children, there is a pervasive sadness because we are not a family. There's no way to duplicate that. What it means to children not to have a family, you know, that's hard. That's awfully hard to put into words. But I think I might be able to explain it in this way. One boy whose mother was an alcoholic, who was brought into protective custody when he was about 8 years old, and who really kind of bounced around from foster home to foster home and from group home to group home, and then as an adult came back to visit me, told me that he felt that he had been hatched and not born, that he really didn't have an identity as coming from a family or belonging to a family.
It's that sense of connection these children miss most. Without that family foundation, the children who come to Orangewood are damaged far beyond the physical abuse they bear. They need more help than just the services of this temporary care facility.
It's very important to recognize that Orangewood is not the end of the story as far as making some sort of an impact on these children's lives. It's just one link in a continuum of service to children. We need to work to keep families from becoming such a mess in the first place. And of course we need foster homes to care for these children once they leave our emergency shelter care program.
The needs of the future are as great as the need for Orangewood once was. Orangewood is the best answer the people of Orange County could give to the need for emergency shelter care. The next step is to address the causes of child abuse and the ongoing needs of the children once they leave this temporary care facility. Color Orangewood a bright beginning and paint the children's faces full of hope, because they live among people who give from the heart, so that every child may see the true colors of love.